First Edition, Tech Tuesday.
Welcome back to First Edition. There is a lot of activity in the tech sector in this province these days, with the province putting money into 2 venture capital projects in recent weeks, and with Innovation Week just around the corner. Joining me live for Tech Tuesday is the Minister of Industry, Energy and Technology, Andrew Parsons. Thank you so much for coming in. It's great to have you in to talk about all of these exciting things that are going on. I mean, you know, the government's been pretty busy recently with investments in the tech sector. So what can you tell us about what your department has been doing?
Absolutely. I'm very happy to be here. There's so much to talk about. It's a really positive, fun department to be a part of. And I would point out that I think in many cases our role is just to be a facilitator of all the talent that's out there, to provide that support that they need. And so you mentioned just 2 of the announcements last week, which were venture capital. One of the hardest things about starting any business at the beginning is having that capital, having that startup cash to grow and to expand and hit your markets. So we just followed up with round 2, basically, of the first one that was done about 6 years ago. So it's a $10 million investment, and that's used to leverage all kinds of private dollars, and that goes into local companies. And we had one example there, MISA, led by 2 brothers here, Josh and Zach Green, who started off just a few years ago. We were one of the first investors. They've got their products all over North America now. They're hitting, you know, whether it's Best Buy, you name it, on these smart thermostats. Just, you know, Newfoundlanders doing great things, and we're just happy to be there to start with the things we can do. And we're getting a huge return on this investment.
Now, Innovation Week starts on October 17th. What will the conference focus on this year?
Well, there's just so much to talk about. There's a million things. And you know, with all this good that's going on, there are some challenges. But one of the challenges is something I look at positive. We don't have enough people to fill the positions and jobs that they want to create. So I think it's one of the parts that's always there is about creating awareness of the talent that's needed, not just Newfoundlanders and Labradorians. We need to reach out across North America and bring people here. So that's just one of the things. But I think you're going to see some other announcements that are really big for the industry, including perhaps more funding and money.
Well, you know, we had a story on the news last night about another local tech company called Breathe Suite that had some pretty interesting news. Tell us more about that.
Absolutely. So just last week, Breathe Suite, led by a really smart young man, Brett Vokey. So what they did, they have basically, it's a smart inhaler. It's a metered device, and they just managed to get FDA approval, which means they're now able to get their product into the American marketplace, which is a $25 billion industry. So they've taken the inhalers, which so many people are familiar with, and they've made them better. People are actually able to use them better, get more use of it. It's better for them. So they've taken it and made it a smart device. And now that they can access not just the Canadian market, but the American market, you're going to see huge returns on them. Again, another recipient of the support, our partnership. The sky is the limit for these people. And not only are they creating great projects, they're creating great jobs. There's opportunity there.
Minister Parsons, I hate to say this, but we are out of time, but I do invite you to come back next week, any Tuesday, to talk about more of what's happening in the world of tech. Very exciting for, I'm sure not just for you and your department, but for all Newfoundlanders and Labradorians who are out there who are really interested in tech, and this is finally something that they can really sink their teeth into. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for the opportunity.